Hi everyone, my name is Brad. In this short video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to use the 3D Cubispace pack. And for the Adobe After Effects software I'm going to be using Adobe After Effects 2022. So you can also use 2020. So I will open up the software. Okay, now so these are my projects. So what I have to do is I will just close here, just click on this and close it. So I will have to go to the directory where I unzipped my Cubispace pack, right? So I'll just go to file, right? I'll go to file, I will say open. Okay, so this is the folder my Cubispace is in. So we have Cubispace mobile stage, Cubispace portrait, Cubispace square. So you also have the help file, the tutorial. So I'm going to be using this mobile stage for example in this video tutorial. So I'm going to I'll open the project file called Cubispace mobile stage, right? So I say open, I'm going to give it a second, and here we are, right? So as soon as the project opens, you're gonna see P scene 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So this is the square this is the portrait version, while from L scene is the landscape version. So now I can go through all of this by manual clicking on this. So yeah, so the next thing you're going to be doing is you go to this project window, you open this, then we have the portrait side. We want to use the portrait, then we'll go to placeholder, right? So we can manually click on this placeholder. So what I can do is for the P scene 2, I will just click on placeholder 2, right? So I'm gonna click on this, and then we have it. So what I want to do is to import my picture. So I'm going to be using picture. You can also use a video, so I'll import picture. I'll go to photos, then photos folder. I'll click on it. So when you import the picture, it's going to go direct into that folder. So say file, go to file, import. So now I have this picture, this photo folder on my desktop. So we're gonna highlight all of them. Then I will say import. So I have everything here. So remember that I've already imported the photos. Then I want to use this blue scene, like P scene 2. So what I have to do is just to click on the placeholder. So each of the placeholder represents the composition. So P scene 2, then placeholder 2. P scene 1, placeholder 1. So I'm gonna click on placeholder 2, right? So double click on it, then here we have it. So what I have to do is to select the photo I want to import into this placeholder. So I'm gonna be using I'm gonna be using this one. Then I'll drag it inside. As soon as I drag it inside, the next thing I'm gonna do is to open up this thing by clicking on this triangle, then do all this in the transform. So I will use the scale property in this layer. So I'm gonna push this thing back, so like that. So yeah, scale it back. I will take everything back, right? So I will go back to my P scene 2, then we have it, right? So we're going to repeat the same thing. We look at this one. Okay, I'm going to use this one. So we're going to use this. We go to P scene 3, then we'll go to placeholder 3, right? So I'll double click on it, then it's open. So what I'm going to do is go to this photo here and drag. Oh, sorry about that. I'm sorry, close this. Yeah, so we're using these P scene 3, right? So what I'm gonna do is to double click on this placeholder 3, then I will drag this, hold on this photo, then drag it inside of this comp, right? Then we repeat the same thing we did previously by going transform, then we scale it back, right? So go back, then we can do this one. Okay, we can do a scroll our wheel on our mouse so we can zoom back and see what we're doing. So we just scale this one backwards like this, right? So we'll close everything, then we can bring this one forward. So now we go back to piece and sequence, then we have it. So I can do a preview, right? So if you want to do a fast preview, you just click, you come here and say half. Then if you have a fast system, you can do full. But for this case, still does not matter. I'm gonna use half, right? So as you can see, it's already generating a preview for us. So I'll click on this, then I give it a second. So you see, then everything is previewing, right? So we can watch everything. Then I will do the same to be sure that everything is okay. I will click on the preview, right? Then that's it. So the next thing you're going to be doing is to export these two compositions so you can use them in your editing environment. Like let's say you use Adobe Premiere Pro, or you use DaVinci Resolve, or even Final Cut Pro or Vegas. So what you're going to be doing is to go to composition, right? You say add to render queue, right? Then we go to the next comp, which is this one. Make sure you click on the comp, make sure you're inside, you're selecting this comp, right? Then you go to composition, add to render queue, right? Then we have to set up our output module. For me, I already have my own setup, so but I'm going to show you the particular format you're going to be using. You're going to be using the QuickTime format, and you're going to be using the Apple ProRes. You're gonna any format, any codec, video codec from here to here works. But for this case, I use the Apple ProRes I use the Apple ProRes 422, right? That's it. Automatically, that's what it uses for me. So right, so do the same thing. Still here, right? So the next thing to do is to select the location where the exported files are going to be in, right? So I'll go to output tool. Now I have everything on desktop, so I'll just right click. I already exported it, but I'm gonna just create a folder. I'll say exported videos, right? So I'm gonna open the folder and say save. Then I'll repeat the same thing. Automatically it notice, okay, we're using this default folder to export. So I'll repeat the same thing, save. So what you're going to be doing is to click on the render button, and you'll give it about a minute, and it's going to export, and then that's it. And after the export is done, you can close Adobe After Effects, then open the editing software you use, and you can now go to the location you save the files and import them in your editing program. Then you can use it. So yeah.